Good evening, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your t-shirted historian, and I'm coming at you on Saturday night for the Week in Geek. And tonight's kind of a special night. I recently hit 100 subscribers. And, you know, that's kind of a big deal for me. I mean, I know it's going to take 1,000 to get, to the big money and all that. But, when I first started out, I wasn't sure I would even get to 100. I mean, it's something. I mean, at least there's 100 people out there who think enough of my stuff to want to subscribe to me and hear what I've got to say. So thank you all very much. And a special thank you goes out to Thomas Gilkey, because I was in the 90s before I got on his stream. And thanks to him and his support and his audience, coming to help me out and sub to me, I did manage to break the 100 sub barrier. So thank you very much, Thomas Gilkey. And I know you probably get tired of hearing this, but you are part of that glue that holds the YouTube community together, because, you got the big streams and the small streams, and everybody just kind of knows you. And that's really cool. And I like your attitude about supporting the small guys too. Believe me, we appreciate it. And, thank you. Not much more I could say except to thank you. All right, so let's get our panelists on for tonight. I think we're going to have a few late arrivals, kind of shaking up the room a little bit, but we have to put on the always elegant Mr. Grimm.
Hello and good evening.
And Mr. Grimm has got a heck of an announcement himself. He just hit 4K subscribers. So
I wasn't going to steal your thunder by mentioning it.
Well, no. Dude, congratulations, man. Definitely.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's been a long, hard road, but
yeah, you've been in this business a while, man.
Yeah, I've only really been taking it that seriously, maybe five years, which seems like a long time, I guess. But yeah, just keep plugging away, and you'll get there.
Yeah, I will. No worries. And also got to add in another friend of ours here, Geek Time Keith. Is another great guy. I couldn't do this show without you either, Keith.
Oh, that puts a lot of pressure on me, man.
I know, doesn't it?
Congrats on 100. That's awesome.
Thank you, man.
I think you got to 100 quicker than I did. That's great.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I had a lot of, I'll be honest, I had a lot of help from my friends. So, and the community.
Well deserved. Upward and onward.
Thank you. And I think joining us a little bit later tonight is another 100 subs celebration tonight. I think we have Ironcaster coming on here in a little bit. He's running a little bit late. Everybody's running a little bit late tonight, except y'all two. So thank y'all for being first.
I'm on time.
Right. Hey, yeah, you are. All right. Well, oh, hey. Matter of fact, as I speak, here comes another one. Hold on a second. Please, everybody, hold your applause for Mr. Brightest Day. As soon as he picks up the link. Which should be any time now. Anytime now.
And 3, 2, and 1.
And
3, 2, and 3, 2, and...
Yeah. Okay. I think this applies right now for me. I guess he'll be along in a minute or two. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's taking a minute leak before he gets on. I mean, I do that.
Maybe.
I'm at that age where it's pretty much I walk by a bathroom and I just, I better go empty my bladder. Anyway, he'll be along, I'm sure. I'm sure Jed will be along, and Pablo, and we don't have any Esh this week, unfortunately. Mr. Esh is out doing other things, doing family stuff, and that is great because he needs to. He's a young guy. Oh, yeah. Here we are. It's Mr. Brightest Day.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
How's it going?
It
Sorry
is
about that.
Fellow Nutmegger.
Literally had to walk the dog, or he would have killed me.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Is that
all
what they
right.
call it these days?
What's this background you got going on? You like a bunker down in NORAD or something?
Close enough. This is the Command Information Center for Battlestar Pegasus, because I'm on Supreme Heretics Thursday night Pegasus actual podcast.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of, it's been a long time since I have had a lot of new people on the panel, and so I'm kind of reaching out tonight, and just throwing as many invites out there to all these YouTubers out there that I love, and seeing who will come on, because it's not that I mind my regulars. I really don't. Obviously, like I said, I can't do the show without Grim. I can't do it without Keith. These guys are like, these guys are like my foundation that I built this channel on. But I like to shake things up a bit, get some different people in here, so I don't feel like I'm just echo chambering. So.
Oh, we wouldn't want that, would we?
No, echo chambering is bad. Let's take a look at our chat really quick. And
Echo.
oh,
Cookie.
Mr.
Echo.
Latino Slant Pauly is out there in the audience. Thank you very much, Pauly. Hey man, if you
Pauly.
want an
Oh,
invite,
Pauly.
if you want an invite to the show, just ask, okay? I have time.
Come on in, Polly.
Come on in, man.
Yeah.
Terry Wilkin, it is so good to see you.
Hello, Terry.
And Miss Six, there you go. I'm so glad we have Six in there.
Six is
Squeaka,
awesome.
you're listening while driving. Okay. Kylock, hey. You stopped watching videos on nice cheap cars? Come and watch me. Hey, I appreciate that, dude. Take some time out. And I have exercised the right to arm bears. I have given Snortopoopus a wrench. So y'all be nice out
You
there.
have doomed us all.
I have doomed you all.
So it's a bear wrench instead of a monkey wrench.
Yes,
Yes.
bear wrench. Oh, and Esh is in the chat. Hey, thank you, Esh.
Hey, Ash, how are you?
He's happy to see you. That's great.
Ash is awesome.
Esh is really good, and you know what? I brag on him to everybody whose channel I get on. Honestly, that I think he's going to be a big YouTuber in the future if he ever starts bearing down and putting some time on his channel, because I think he's got a lot to say. I think he's a good kid. So
I concur.
He's the only man
Right.
I've ever heard successfully defend the Green Lantern movie and make it sound appealing.
Exactly. That's what I love about him. Is like Esh can come at you with an opinion that is so far removed from your own, and yet he does it in such a polite, nice way that it makes you stop and think about the information that's being presented to you, and kind of opens up the idea that you maybe have been wrong, or at least might
I mean,
need to look
yeah,
at things.
it does have some redeeming qualities. I mean, you can watch that, and then if you watch the Daredevil movie directly afterwards, it seems quite good.
Top it off with a lecture Catwoman, right?
Oh, no. Nothing redeems that. That's a step too far, sir.
All right. Well, okay. I don't know if you guys heard this week. I guess Jed is going to be sad that he wasn't here to be part of this, but I did invite Culture Casino to come hang out with us. I hadn't really gotten an answer back, so he may be busy tonight, which is okay because I understand. Culture's got a lot of people that he sees, but
He's everywhere.
yeah, he is everywhere. But here's the thing: Culture on Yellow Flash's recommendation played Dark Souls 3 for the first time today. Needless to say, it was pretty epic. But yeah, it took him like 16 attempts to get through the first boss. So hey, good job, Culture. I'm finally doing it.
It's the worst, best idea ever.
It's the worst, best idea ever. But hey, I mean, I got to give him kudos. Dark Souls is one of those games where if you don't immediately throw the controller against the wall in frustration, you're liable to stick with it and see it through to the end, no matter how hard it gets. And even I stubbornly made it through the entire game. And just to honor Culture Casino, here is my first ever run through with Dark Souls, and when I finally beat that first boss. I don't remember how many times I died before this. I wasn't counting. Caught that one right in the face. So yeah, that was my first time I actually defeated that bastard.
I wanted to be in the room when someone decided it was a good idea to say, you know what this Iron Knight needs? A T-Rex head made out of mud.
That's usually the part on our show where Judah Buddha says, you know, when they're sitting in the conference room at the table, doesn't anyone say this is a bad idea?
Oh no. I could just see what it is. It's just they're all sitting in the conference room, and and the guy is throwing the pitch for the first boss, and he's like, okay, so we have Knight, and he will jump up and hit things, and he have long reach with halberd, and he can hit you and move very quickly and very hard to defeat. That will be much challenge for player. And then somebody from the back of the room is, how about we make him a 2-stage boss, and he can pop out this giant lizard head thing and fuck people up with it. Everybody's like, oh, good idea.
How come he sounds like Mr. Miyagi?
I don't know.
And
being racist.
I don't mind difficult games, but it's when they're jerk difficult. I don't like them.
Have you actually beaten or played any of the Dark Souls games, Grim?
I've played halfway through Bloodborne because the aesthetic was enough to give me that much patience. But otherwise, it's too specific, right? There's like a specific set of things you have to do to win, and I just rebel against that, and so I die horribly.
Right, games where you have to memorize patterns.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm all about non-conformity in pretty much everything. So, yeah, I die a lot.
And speaking of Bloodborne, I recently got my Kickstarter for the Bloodborne board game, which is pretty cool. I've yet to just break it down and start playing it and painting it and everything. But yeah, it's a couple hundred more miniatures I have to paint now.
Yeah, and those are very, very nice looking miniatures. I've seen them old to that game. It's actually very pretty.
As you taking off, my man, hey, you take care of yourself, all right? You be careful out there, all right? You come back to us safe. All right. Well, hang on a minute. Here we go. All right, Paulie. I threw it out there for you.
Oh man,
I threw it out to him.
I
There you
love
go.
Paulie.
I hope Paulie comes on. I hope he does. And yeah, as Six points out, yeah, I just started my first painting stream the other day. So
I think that was a dig at you, sir.
Yeah, that was
That might have been just
I
a little
think
under the
that was
radar.
a dick joke.
what?
a dick joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ouch. It's okay.
Don't worry, it means you're good with your hands.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Size doesn't matter.
That's true. And I'm really good with a
Lies. Lies.
Yes.
Sit on your throne of lies with your tiny penis.
Okay, just for that, this is my new game plus win. Ha. Shorter. Culture, this is how you really do it right here.
Yeah, you just become
Big
Guts
ass.
from Berserk.
Basically. And see, it's the first time, so, this was not a repeat. First time I ran into him on New Game Plus. He still smacks my face. You'll find this one ends a lot quicker. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you're using a plow as a sword, so
Well, he was cheating. I thought I would too.
That's exactly like that meme where you have the first time you meet the first boss, and then the first time you meet the first boss after doing all the side quests, and he's like this big compared to you.
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, when you do New Game Plus, of course, you keep all your equipment and stuff and your stats from the previous game, so that's good. But the bosses do get noticeably more difficult the second time through. So
There's a reason that game basically set a genre.
yeah, it really did. And I'm totally excited for Elden Ring when it comes out. I mean, I'm sure it's going to kick the shit out of me for weeks, but I don't care. I'm still going to enjoy it. All right. Oh, Polly cannot make it tonight. Okay, that's all right. I'm glad you were here to show your support and say what's up. I really do. Thank you very much, Polly. It means a lot.
We'll remember this, Polly. We will.
Yeah.
I don't know, Keith, that I would go around threatening a jiu-jitsu black belt. Just saying. That's one of the many reasons he has my utmost respect.
Yeah, no, Polly's the best.
Polly's awesome. All right, well, let's talk about some Week in Geek. All right. Now, most people have beaten most of these topics to death, so I kind of want to stick to some of the more fringy topics and the stuff that's maybe not been talked about as much.
Oh,
and I get
yeah.
Oh, I guess one that
you've got Winter She-Hulk at least.
Yeah.
Oh, Winter She-Hulk.
Here, look, real quick. Let's find out. Does anybody on this panel like Winter She-Hulk?
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I will go and look it up.
Perfect.
Oh, but yeah, I don't think anybody does. I don't think anything needs to be said about that doesn't end with a shit. But,
Jesus fucking Christ! What the hell is that?
That's the reaction I wanted right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Winter She-Hulk.
More stellar work from the House of Ideas.
Yeah,
Hey, Grim, would you have her on for tabletop gaming?
She is the tabletop.
I know, right?
But it's got to be someone's fetish, so maybe.
Yeah, they're into giant.
It's Neil Druckmann's fetish.
Yeah, it's a Neil Druckmann type fetish.
It's amazing what they've done to She-Hulk over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I could see that being a She-Hulk villain.
Right. I wasn't going to share it, but if you want to,
it's hard to believe it's.
But yeah,
baby.
I thought I'd bring up here he is. Hang on, before I even get started into the next topic. Here we go. Another 100 subscriber today. Ironcaster.
Oh, sorry guys. I'm not getting my audio through for some reason now.
Can you hear us now? Hello.
We hear you.
We hear you. We're speaking. You could see my gray moving.
There we go.
Okay. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
Awesome.
Sure?
Hey.
Because I wasn't
I heard big women, and I came running.
Oh. Actually, I thought you'd be more excited about the fact that I was congratulating you for hitting 100 subs too.
Yeah,
Oh,
brother.
I mean that too, but also I had to go fight off a tornado to get here.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And
hey.
I hit the 200 club today too. So.
Oh, nice
Wow.
job, Jed.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
everybody is moving up in that community. All right, all right.
Actually, it was
All right,
last night on foul balls. I hit 200. So.
Oh,
I'm at like 152. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
well, hey, y'all out there in the chat, if you're not already subbed Brightest Day, get out there and sub to him, man. Let's just push him to that 200 mark.
to me.
You hit 150 already, so that's you caught them all.
Hey, Grim's got 4K. All he has to do is donate 3K of his subscribers to the rest of us, and we might actually make it.
Maybe I can ask my subscribers to follow other people, but they tend to be as contrary as I am. So
that's okay.
Tell you what,
Scam man.
all we really need is to hit 300. We can jump ship to Odyssey.
There you go. Oh no,
I already have an Odyssey play set up over there, so I'm good to go if something happens. So,
and speaking of Odyssey, that's a very good segue into the topic I was actually about to hit. Okay, so Az got banned off of Twitter today or last night,
And Gary.
Yeah,
and Loki and Gen X and a couple other people.
And Ripa.
Stone Loki got
And Ripa.
banned.
Yeah, Loki got banned too.
Wow, Jesus,
What
man!
they
I was
do?
like,
Was Loki permanently banned, or was it just the 12-hour?
I'm
I think
sure
it's a
just
12-hour.
Yeah, I think it's the short bans. I think Nerdrotic is just like a 7-day. Okay, Grim, what they did, Az from Heels versus Babyface posted up. If you're familiar with Game of Thrones, there's the saying, Valar Morghulis, which means all men must die, which is basically a saying that is derived for fate. It doesn't matter what you do, but all men must die.
Mhm.
And he posted "All men must die," and a Twitter bot caught it and threw a ban on him. And even though he talked to Twitter, they have decided, I think they're making it permanent, and they also hit Upper Echelon Gaming with a permanent ban after retracting his ban. And one of the things. There's a lot of other Twitter guys out there who are reposting the all men must die.
Oh, when Jeremy put that thing on there, they didn't hit Jeremy. They were using
I was
Jeremy.
about to mention that, Jed. Yeah. It's been a very uneven application of a ban to everybody. Some people are getting banned for saying it, some aren't.
A human is not going to be involved in these decisions, and you can't seem to get hold of a human being at Twitter anymore.
I myself am not going to, play the Twitter lottery and try to get banned. I
already got one ban
did.
because I called Newson a retard. So yeah.
So I posted it, but the difference between how I posted it and how Az did it is Az just listed the words. He didn't actually make it a quote. I put it in quotes and quoted Daenerys Targaryen, and nothing happened to me. And I tagged
that's because
all
you
of them in
quoted it. You quoted it with her name in there.
He also tagged
the computer caught it. It was like, all men must die. Okay, so it automatically kicked him.
Okay,
you did it, Ironcaster, and you're safe.
Jed, don't interrupt him.
He also wrote it back to Jason Aaron and everybody involved in the book. So it looked like he was saying to them, like, all
it was a targeted thing.
I copped a ban for using the phrase "enough rope to hang themselves" once.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told Jack Dorsey he's a piece of crap and they don't do anything.
It's a classic case of the Scunthorpe problem, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I'm subbed to Iron Sheik on Twitter, and the dude, says, fuck you to everybody every single day, or threatens to choke slam them or whatever every single day, and he's still going just because he's blue check mark. Yeah.
Accounts seem to have a kind of behind the scenes rating that gives you a certain amount of leeway, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raquel Briggs was, who's Clobber in Time's second in command, was alluding to such a fact in a very long post where he said, you basically have an invisible social credit score on Twitter, which is probably right.
She's probably right. Squeaka. Okay, yeah, I'm posting this one up here. Here you go. Grim, don't get excited.
I agree with the statement.
That would be a lot better. On that topic, I was going to say, 4,000 subs. It's a lot of logistics when it comes to handcuffs alone.
I see what you did there. Oh, and CJ, what are you posting? Oh, hey, thank you for being here, CJ. All right. Tried to follow the Iron Sheik, but his problem with the caps. Yeah, he always posts in all caps. But he's hilarious, so I just, whatever, dude. He's playing his character on
Twitter. Yeah.
So
I think that's the key difference, right? And as basically attributed to is that you guys don't have a sense of humor. None.
Well, I guess not where Az is concerned,
Well, Slaughter plays his character on Twitter sometimes too, and then other times he dropped it. So because Slaughter followed him.
Still alive.
Yeah, he followed me the other day, so that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, man. Sergeant Slaughter.
I can't see Sergeant Slaughter not see Movie Bob these days.
Yeah.
I saw that one picture of Movie Bob as him. That's all I picture now.
Oh no! No! How dare you say that about Sergeant Slaughter?
I know.
Oh,
Cinema Roberto.
Dude, this is just coming from my youthful background, but I was really big into G.I. Joe back when I was a kid, and so I actually mail ordered the special Sergeant Slaughter figure, and I got the vehicle that had the Sergeant Slaughter with it. So I have two Sergeant Slaughters, and they're still over in my cabinet. But the deal is, when the G.I. Joe movie came out, and I got to see it on VHS for the first time, and then Sergeant Slaughter comes onto the screen, and it's actually his voice behind it. I was just like,
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool when they added him too. Yeah. Kind of tied it to the real world a little bit. It made G.I. Joe feel that much more real.
Memories, man.
The memories. They were so good.
Oh my God, is that Cinema Roberto Iron Fist?
Quick panel poll. Who was your favorite tag team?
Holy shit.
Oh, I was gonna say Demolition, but actually it's the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal.
In that era, the Natural Disasters.
Okay.
Don't know why.
We're going by eras. Okay, so.
That's the only one I can think off the top of my head.
Okay. I mean, because if we're talking about the Attitude Era, then I got to go with DX.
Yep.
Although, were they really a tag team, or they were just kind of like a clique, really?
A loose collection. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you'd have to say more specifically Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, because they were such assholes.
That'd be the New Age Outlaws then. So
yes.
Grim probably didn't watch wrestling, did you?
We didn't have it for ages. I kind of fell between British wrestling stopping and WWF as it was at the time, kind of coming up. So I lived in a wrestle-free zone largely.
And Squeaka apparently had a tag team with her girlfriend. I'm only going to guess why they named this girl Sunshine. Yeah, Kylock, I did like the Dudley Boys. They were awesome.
Sun doesn't shine.
Oh no, it's 6. I won't whip her. I'm so dominant. I can't even control my panel. I can't even control my own panel, much less. All right. Well, so yeah, Twitter, I think we can concede is
a shithole.
Sketchy. Yeah, just kind of sketchy.
It's awful.
But
I don't think it's going to last very long. I think it's days are numbered.
Yeah.
I do.
Something positive to report is creator Joseph Malazzi revealed that he is working on a new Dark Matter miniseries. How many of you guys actually watched the Dark Matter show? Yeah, me too. Me too.
I was a bigger
saw,
fan
like-
of Killjoys.
I got Killjoy too. I've got all the Killjoys Blu-rays on my shelf and all the Dark Matter. I liked Dark Matter better though.
Yeah. That's one of those
yeah.
things. It's like a Star Wars, Star Trek kind of thing. You either liked one more or the other, and it was always kind of like a divide with it.
For me, I mean, it's kind of like Dark Matter kind of hit some. God, I'm dating myself again, but some Andromeda vibes for me because
Okay.
I mean, it was cheesy, but I liked Andromeda. Okay, because Tyr Anasazi was the coolest character on TV.
I just like that Killjoys didn't take itself quite as seriously as Dark Matter did, and as far as those two shows went, just was more entertaining to me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
Andromeda's on my list of stuff I need to watch.
Yeah, you do, and you can get the
don't
entire
bother
series.
with the last season.
Yeah, that last season was a
Yeah.
departure. Although I like Rami's replacement a lot.
Did you watch the outtakes?
I have not seen yet. Well, I may have seen them originally, but not in a while.
Yeah, because what's the name who plays Ronnie? She does a bit of to the camera in some of the outtakes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that suit was a little tight, especially since she was going through pregnancy during one of the seasons.
Yeah. And the captain's
That'll do.
constantly asking if people have seen his force lance. It's a shame he's turned into such a dick. But
Yeah, I feel kind of bad that we got Twitter because you find out what a lot of these celebrities are really like, and you're just kind of like, I liked you better when I didn't know anything about you.
I don't think a lot of them believe what they say. I think a lot of them are
Yeah.
signaling for work.
Is that you think so?
Trying to stay in the popular opinion column, if you will.
I'm just trying to stay
Yeah,
relevant.
I don't think a lot of them actually believe what they say. I mean, the ones like Mark Ruffalo and George Takei definitely do, but I think some of them are just kind of virtue signaling. I don't think they can't all be that.
some people turn out to be nicer than you thought they were,
Right.
or even better as people than they are as actors.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to go along with the narrative that Hollywood is trending with so that they can continue to be relevant and get jobs.
Yep. Which is weird, and I don't want to cast shadows on this, but you get a lot of judgment on Chinese actors that speak positively of the government. It's like, if you were living in America and you didn't have to worry about that issue, would you be saying the same thing?
Good
Just a
point.
thought.
Yeah, it's a good thought. But that's a problem within itself, Keith. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It is a problem. Then you get the brainlets like Alyssa Milano, who all last summer was defund the police and then calls 911 because somebody was walking on her property.
The irony writes itself.
You just can't.
Yes, but words don't mean what they mean.
No, they don't.
No.
Not anymore, huh?
No.
Mm.
And hey, Wake
Oh.
Down.
Wake
Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate seeing you, man. I
don't
was on
forget.
a
Silence is violence, but words are also violence.
Well, and it's the thing too where they've devalued things. Like they just call people like Nazis, right? You're a Nazi because you have a different opinion, but that's not what a Nazi is. So
Stop saying that on my show.
You know what I mean? Like they just Yahtzee.
Let's go with the term mid-century German.
All right,
Yes.
mid-century Germans. Someone
Germans
in
in pointy helms.
1930s European.
That's earlier.
So
That's
Yeah.
earlier. You're right.
you know what I mean, though. Like when they constantly call you these things, it takes away the value and the sting of what it really is, because they're just saying it. They're just saying it to say it. They're just trying to find something mean.
In some ways, yes. I
mean,
don't
immediately istphobe, all that stuff, just because you take a different opinion on something.
I know, and
There's
yet
no discourse anymore. You just get labeled.
well, yeah. Except there's one particular word that has been in use for quite a long time to refer to people of certain skin tone, and that word was actually used by those same people in an effort to devalue it, and so far it has not succeeded.
Right. Oh, that's true.
So I don't know.
So what's odd about this is not only does it devalue the word, but in an effort to call out what they see as an evil, they are inadvertently creating more evil by just labeling people with it. Like at some point, you can only get called a thing so many times before you say, "Okay, I guess I'm that thing," where you wouldn't have been before.
Yeah. Or your reaction goes from, "Oh my God, really?" when you hear some accusation to, "Really?"
Well, that's kind of what I was poorly articulating. You know, when these things come out, like when someone first would say that, if they call me a name, I'd be like, oh, but now it's like, whatever, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it. And yeah, I do agree with you too, though. There does tend to be a somewhat devaluing tendency towards a lot of language that's used or naming that's
It's
used.
just like it's a cheap go-to now.
Yeah.
You see something on Twitter that you don't agree with, so you just hit reply and call them a name.
Mhm.
Just pick one, right?
I get that. I almost think that's like an active effort by some folks to just block, ban, label, and and hopefully somebody else in that particular community will see those and say, oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, since I use that word, that person is a
Right, and start the dog pile. Yeah,
I've had
It
this
sounds like a
exact
whistle of some kind.
experience. I've had this exact experience just this evening. So
Yeah.
a bunch of accusations were made. I don't know whether T-shirt wants me to go into detail or not because he wants to keep it light this evening. I started asking people for just evidence, screenshots. Can you back this up? Can you show me where they did the bad thing? Nobody seemed able to show me anything. A lot of people just blocked me or accused me of sea lioning for asking to find out what was going on. So how am I supposed to find out what's going on if you're not going to make the effort to show me? And some of these people, they've been tweeting out that I am making it my life's mission to destroy this person or company X, and yet they can't take 30 seconds to give me a screenshot of what the bad person did. That's not exactly devoting your life to destroying someone, is it?
No, and I'll elaborate, Grim. I'm okay with talking about it. It might actually be relevant to some of the folks here. How many of you guys are familiar with old TSR products like Dungeons and Dragons and Gamble?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I got.
high school.
Okay. Recently TSR has reemerged under new ownership, and I think it's one of the Ernie Gygax, one of the sons of Gary?
That's Ernie and Luke.
Ernie and Luke. Okay.
But they're both associated with different things that confusingly both have the TSR name.
Oh, that's weird. But yeah, apparently it's okay. When I first heard about it, I was pretty ecstatic because I thought, oh, a childhood company has arisen from the ashes. Maybe we can get back some of that glory and some of that love that we used to have for this old title. Well, immediately, almost out came different accusations like Gygax is a name synonymous with problematic gaming. I recall specifically that tweet. And Grim mentions, there's like problems with Kickstarters and unfulfilled things.
Yeah, there's real problems.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this isn't to excuse anything. So there's unfulfilled Kickstarters, there's dodgy dealings. They kind of hijacked the name from another company that had registered it and forgot to re-up it. There seems to be some sort of grifter involved with the new TSR.
Ooh.
So there is genuine business-related, game-related reasons to be a bit wary of the new company. But then alongside that, there seems to be the kind of prototypical, woke scold fuss about them because
They
there
went
was
back
an
to the old playbook.
Yeah. So Gygax said some things which in the modern light can be taken in a particularly negative way, mostly because he was more of a simulationist. So he thought about modeling physical differences between men and women. This was the mid-70s, for God's sake. I think we can give him a little bit of temporal slack there. But what really seemed to set them off was Ernie Gygax did an interview. He said that they didn't want to be activists, they just wanted to make games. He said that the old school people who built the role-playing hobby and were still around were getting disrespected, called all sorts of names that he didn't think was fair, and it was because their attitudes, amongst other things, towards gender were maybe a bit old-fashioned. It was just like an aside, a joke. And that seems to have been enough to set everyone off. So they went through the rest of this interview. There's somewhere else where he makes an historically accurate but unflattering comparison between Wizards of the Coast and rampaging Native American tribes.
Oh my.
Which seems to have upset a lot of Native American people, or people who claim to be Native American, because they seem to have swallowed the kind of noble savage thing. There seems to be a divide between historians who think noble savage and historians who think savage savage, but we do know that Native American tribes were slaughtering each other for hundreds and hundreds of years before the white man ever showed up. So maybe it was a poor choice of analogy, but it's not an inaccurate one. But all these people seem to have just taken on this, they've gone at it looking to problematize anything and everything that he said. So ever since then, they've been under siege. And so they've been replying to things, trying to defend themselves. And of course, when you get angry and you get tired and you have a mob coming at you, you say more impolitic things. But the woke outrage, there just doesn't seem to be any substance to it. They called someone disgusting because of what they were saying and doing in a thread as part of the harassment that was directed at them. But that person happens to be trans. So now the allegation is that they think trans people are disgusting.
Oh.
It just builds itself. I've seen it happen before. It's happened to me. You know, it's
So basically it's almost
it's
a
a
straw
pity.
man.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's completely overshadowing the genuine concerns that people should have with the company, the new company, and the way that they conduct business and everything. And it's getting them a lot of support from people who want to poke woke scolds in the eye. So they may get support that they don't deserve, along with tearing down that they don't deserve. Yeah.
And you know, this is a deal, because Grim and I, you know, our big thing is tabletop RPGs. That's kind of our first love, I think. But you know, of course, we also love comics. We love anime. We love sci-fi. We love fantasy. We love all these movies and things like that. And it's just one by one, all of our hobbies, all of our love, all of our joys, all the things that gave us joy is just being torn down for being problematic. And it's, you know, a lot of times I'm kind of feeling like they're pointing at us as being problematic because we love these things, you know.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And it's
They are.
Absolutely guilt by association. But
Yeah.
it's guilt by association in a manufactured problem.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They claim to be anti-bigotry, but almost every comment or reply seems to open up with, well, but you're a cishet white male.
Yeah.
And you're an anti-bigot. Right, okay.
Right.
See, I got aside from me, I've got like what 5 cis white males on the panel here. So cis white males, what do you think?
You can't replace one oppression with another. You know.
Well,
that's-
you say I find people of color scary, and I don't like them. And girls have boobies, and they get in the way, and they make me feel funny in my trouser bits.
I hope you clip this 6.
Boys
Oh.
have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Right?
Oh.
It's not a tumor.
Not the Tuma.
So my favorite two rebuttals to these things lately have been one, the term bigoteer, which is just my favorite word now. To just reply with you're a bigoteer, you're manufacturing these labels to give yourself a shield to hide behind. And then two, everyone loves the term incel that gets thrown around, and someone somewhere said, is sex the only unit of measure you understand? I feel sorry for you. And I'm like, that is such a brilliant retort. Like when that's your go-to, that's the only unit of measure you understand.
I like bigger tier. It's similar to what they used to call moral entrepreneur.
Moral entrepreneur.
Moral.
Yes.
Entrepreneur.
How
People
does
who
that
create outrage in order to profit from it.
Yes.
Oh, that's what it is.
Watch me
More
be
syllables for the same
morally
thing.
superior.
Well,
Hey, it worked for Patrice Colors. What, she got 4 mansions and a private airstrip?
Ugh. Should fit right in Connecticut.
Yeah.
oh no, we're not talking bad about Rocketeer. Come on, CJ, don't go there. Matter of fact,
Wasn't
we are discussing the Rocketeer on Wednesday on Fat Stevens' channel, so that'll be good.
Nice.
Sorry, you were saying?
I said underappreciated movie.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, very good movie. And I think even the late Dave Stevens loved it. So that's a definite feather in the cap. Well, like I said, I don't want to be super duper negative about everything tonight. So I'll tell you something cool that's happening for me, or it happened to me, I should say. Yesterday, I spent the entire day in Cross Plains, Texas, visiting the Robert E. Howard Museum, which is his old home.
Nice.
And
Ooh.
if any of you don't know who Robert E. Howard is out there in the audience, that is the creator of Conan the Barbarian, and also Call the Conqueror, and Sailor Steve Costigan, and Red Sonja, and Solomon Kane the Puritan, and oh my gosh, so many different properties. But yeah, I visited the house. I took photos of everything. I got to go inside the house. Take photos of all that. And after asking the caretaker, she let me go behind the ropes to his very, very small room and photograph his typewriter with the sheet of paper still in it. It's not the original, of course. It's replicas and mock-ups and stuff. But, with his last words in it, which, Robert E. Howard typed those words and went out to his car and shot himself in the head afterward at the age of 30. But yeah, I visited Cross Plains. I visited the house. I went to Brownwood afterward and visited the graveside, or the grave, where now they have a historical marker on it, which is new. And people are still leaving offerings at the grave, which is nice. And this is all in preparation for Tuesday night, or for Tuesday morning, I should say, where I'm going to hold a Robert E. Howard and Conan retrospective with Andre from Midnight's Edge here on this channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm super duper excited.
By Crom.
What you're saying is you're holding an ASMR stream.
Hmm?
That's what you're doing, is you're holding an ASMR stream.
What do you mean?
Because Andre and his voice.
Oh yeah, no. Actually, it was so funny. Yeah, the lady who was down there at the museum was asking me about it, and I said, well, yeah, if Andre were here, he would say, one of the things that I love so much about Conan is in the comic books, Marvel cannot touch that character.
And then he licks the
Can
microphone.
you imagine what they would do? Would we have Red Conan now, like this big?
Oh my god, they would ruin that character forever.
He'd probably be down to about 185 pounds about now, right?
They would totally Picard him.
Yeah, they would. They I mean, talk about toxic males, right?
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's the ultimate toxic male.
Neuter that guy, right? Yeah,
they totally would.
yeah.
But yeah, everybody's got. I think everybody's got some good stuff happening this week, or has some good news. All right, Grim, what you got for us?
4K subs. Not a lot else. I'm busy working on stuff, but none of it's finished yet. So
I'm so sorry to pull you away from it, but I am glad you're here with us.
it's the weekend. It's all good.
There you go. Heath, how about you?
Nothing. It's the real world intrusion is in the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you gonna have your show on Tuesday?
Our restrictions lifted here about a calendar month ago, and it's like somebody pulled a Band-Aid off.
Oh.
The real world came smashing back quickly. So I've been doing my adulting things and having trouble managing my time.
I'm sorry.
So I got to get a handle on things because I expected a smoother, like slower transition. I didn't expect like what happened. So I'll figure it out.
Oh, I got my second vaccine shot.
Oh, yeah. How
That
are you
was
feeling after that? Yeah.
Rough for a couple of days, but
you're
not
burning
not
up
as
there,
bad as
Graham.
some people. it is actually hot, but yeah, mostly okay. Now I've just got to wait a while for it to set in, and for the rest of my gaming group to get their second shots, and then hopefully we can start getting back together on the regular.
Ironcaster, you just hid behind your thing. What do you got going?
Oh yeah, I was just taking care of something behind the scenes here. Yeah, let me pull this up.
Okay.
Honestly, not a whole lot this week. Just the next episode of my show on Monday, going into episode 7 now of Mobile Suit Gundam with Brightest Day and Fenrir the Ice Wolf.
And that is a good show, guys. If you're not a Gundam watcher, these guys will give you a reason to watch it.
Are we back to Monday this week?
The only thing I had going on Monday got cleared away, so we could go back to Monday, or we could use it as a lead into your show Tuesday. So either way, we can figure that out behind the scenes.
It's your show. You let me know.
Yep.
Jed, how about you guys?
We just hit 200 subs, so
It's a big
last
deal.
night. Yeah, I know. So I didn't even think I was just like about a month or two ago. I was like, yeah, we ain't gonna hit that. There's no way. And then last night we hit 200, and I was like, okay, I didn't think that would happen. So, because I didn't think anybody would like want to hear me talk or anything. So, but tomorrow we're gonna have and yeah, everybody's invited over there too. You need a link, I'll send you a link to. And Grim, you're invited over there too, brother. So
Cool.
if you want to come over, Brightest Day is always invited. Keith, you're always everybody here is always invited. We're gonna do something different over on the channel tomorrow, and it's gonna be somewhat of
It's
a
going to
mystery
involve
stream.
strippers and beer.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I wish.
Fire truck.
Hookers
Yeah.
and blow.
You two would take us down in a second, or I would do something like that. But we're
A
gonna
wetsuit and a can of tuna fish.
but we're gonna do something kind of like Mystery Science Theater Rift Track-ish tomorrow. That's all I can say for right now. But it's gonna be fun. So.
Okay. Brightest. Yeah, this is on you. Kylock doesn't really like Gundam. Tell us something positive and then make him want to see Gundam.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something positive. He's entitled to his opinion.
There you go.
Wow.
Very
We
Also,
can
you should watch
traumatize
Gundam.
children.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So,
if you hate kids, you can watch them be traumatizing giant robots.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Oh yeah. Wake down. That movie. We'll probably talk about that movie definitely.
Oh wait. I do have one more thing.
Oh, what's that?
I'm gonna be on the Cotton Connection tonight. So.
Oh, lucky fella. You get to
Mhm.
hang out with the puppets.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be freaking awesome.
That will be fun. I'll have to check it out for sure.
I love that. I'm gonna say this. This is one of my favorite new shows of the weekend now. Is over there with Snow, and Snow cracks me up. We've been
I love
talking a
Snow, man.
lot back and forth in IMs and stuff. He's like, dude, yeah, I know I want to come over, but I can never make it. And then he's like, then I saw what he was like, oh yeah, Snow, dude, think you would come over tonight? He's like, oh yeah, dude, come on over tonight. We're gonna have a ball. So like, it is one of my favorite new shows of the weekend now. So,
Cool. I finally managed to submit a video through YouTube that actually stopped getting copyright claimed. I had to add like lots of sparkles and rain and other stuff to it in order to get through it. But finally I got it. So now I'm going to record the audio to it, finish it out, and post it, and it will be on Fist of the North Star and why you should be watching it. And kind of as a extra for that, let me turn the camera on real quick. Yeah. If you don't have this brand new edition from Viz, I'm gonna highly recommend it, guys. You get some nice the original artwork. It still looks good.
お前は
It's
もう
actually
死
got
ん
color
でる。
panels. お前はもう死んでいる. Yeah.
何?
Nani? Ooh. Yeah. Best reason to watch it. Oh, look who shows up at the end here. Pablo.
バカみたい。
Baka mitai. Don't
What's
call
up,
me a baka.
everyone?
God, you a baka.
Calling me a clown.
It
Oh.
could be way worse.
It could
Trust
be
me.
way worse. I know a lot of those Japanese insults. I mean, I don't know as much Japanese as you do, but I remember I was over there for a little while too.
Okay, this is one that is kinda childish, but it will get people really, really angry. あんたはおちんちん好きだな。
I know what that meant.
It means you like dick, don't you?
Yeah. Chin chin is dick.
Uh-oh.
It's
Okay.
childish.
So,
It will break people.
Very good
tangentially,
track from
There
the
goes
original Blade film.
There goes your Twitter account, Pablo.
Uh-huh. There goes your Twitter account, Pablo. Okay, Pablo. This is round 2. Okay. Kylock doesn't really like Gundam. What do you think of Gundam?
Okay, it's a good show. It's not the best anime series ever made, and the sequels. There's a lot to be said about different Gundam series, but
There are a lot of them.
yeah,
I think they're
there's
doing
a
the
lot.
original. You guys are
Yes.
doing the original, right? Yeah.
still at
There's
79.
yeah, there's people that will die, but by Gundam, I will tell you this is at least the first few movies and the first season of the anime are great to watch. And then if you want something more let's say flamboyant and you get tired of Gundam, you can always go for Code Geass. So yeah, there's something for everyone on that genre.
Yeah, giant mecha. Yeah, there's certainly lots of anime out there about it. So,
Yep.
But
the first Gundam, at least the first few movies, the first 3 movies, I like them. I know
read-
there are compilation of the series, but
I read the books back in high school, and they were pretty good, actually. So,
I never got the books.
I
When I
recommend them.
was when I was a kid, the best book that I ever got was the Dot Hack series.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, those are really, really good.
Well,
Really, really good. But the Gundam was kind of difficult to get because, is at least the first run is kind of old. Norma didn't want to translate it. There was a lot of issues there, so it never was too big here like it is, let's say, for example, on Middle East Asia. And that's why some companies like Asus have full-on sets of pieces for your PC that are Gundam branded. You can buy the graphics card, you can buy the motherboard, you can buy the SSD, you can buy the case, you can buy the mouse, you can buy the headset, all from the same company, all Gundam branded.
Dang. Okay, guys. There's a fan achievement for you too.
No.
Build a Gundam computer.
Gundam computer.
Yeah,
I've done the
Linus
Brogues,
Tech
man.
Media did a video on that recently. Or was it Linus Tech or J2 Sense? One of those. They made a full-on Gundam PC. It was glorious.
I think the only Gundam I'll be building is going to be this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. So
Hoagies.
yeah,
And Brightest, you were doing a video for assembling a little earlier today, weren't you?
Yeah, so Tim Christ, who is on a few streams I watch in the morning, invited me just to do a random model building stream. I wasn't building a Gundam, I was building the 132nd
Oh, shoot. Forgot I had
Battlestar
that on.
Galactica Cylon Raider,
Oh,
nice.
which is one of 2 Battlestar Galactica models I have yet to finish, the other being the Battlestar Pegasus, and both of those are in work. So,
very cool.
but as for my Tuesday build, I haven't picked a model yet, but I've got like 8 or 9 left to pick from, so we'll pick one.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to be running some more painting streams because I have so many models I got to get through, and I figure, if I devote 30 minutes to an hour a day painting on stream, maybe somebody will watch it, maybe somebody will enjoy it. I don't know.
I watched it last night. So for a
I
bit.
got unsubscribed from your channel.
Me?
It happens.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi in the chat. I was looking for your stream. Nothing to see on my homepage. Go to check for your channel. I was not subscribed. Fuck you, YouTube.
Hey, everyone's got to check their subs.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens all the time. Every time I upload a video, I lose a few subscribers.
Same.
So if I'd never made any videos, I'd have like 10 million subs by now.
Yeah, every week it's 2 to 4 go away. It's like I go up and then I go back down. I go up, I go back down. I can't explain it.
Oh, I was about to hit 200 like 3 or 4 times, and he never did. And then they took 10, gave 6 back, took 2,
Yeah.
gave 4 back, and it's just back. And so.
I've heard stuff like that happening to Fat Steven before he got monetized. So, and I'm sure it still happens to him because I noticed that people are losing subs, gaining subs, losing subs, gaining subs.
Well, last night on Friday Night Tights, they were talking about something about there's another new thing that YouTube implemented for they consider them watch bots, but they're going after people who are trying to pad watch hours by playing playlists.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll take views away from you now, which has
What?
happened to me too. I lost like over 100 views on one video last week.
And
Yeah, so
okay,
happen.
it's not only that. There's
So
do you know how the YouTube system works?
Does
Ostensibly,
anybody?
I do, but
Does anyone?
Nobody does.
Okay, this
They
is how
change
it
the
works.
rules every 5 minutes. You know?
No, the YouTube system for delivery of the content. They have. Oh, Grim, you were saying something. Didn't hear
Huh?
you.
I
Okay,
just said
this is-
nobody knows how it works.
Okay,
That's all I-
this is the basis. You have a couple of MySQL servers. You have a couple of video servers, and then you have a whole network of different servers that take from that and generate views of the system. So you basically the videos that you normally get on your country or the most viewed on your country are on that cache system server that holds metadata and everything before going to the centralized system, let's say the main YouTube. So you have a whole layer that goes before the YouTube algorithm proper. Most of it is just cache. The issue is sometimes they lose a lot of information from those servers that don't get copied to the main system. So, for example, you may subscribe to a channel, and if that server didn't give the notice to the main YouTube, that didn't happen. It just didn't happen because that server will be cleaned up. Let's say every 2-3 months, they will completely flush it, and all that will be lost.
damn.
You're
So
kidding me.
they are not updating the main database because it's so big that you can't. At one point, MySQL will break. You cannot generate the queries to get all the data, and if you manage to get a query, what you will get is a Stack Overflow. The memory will go berserk because you have so much information going from that query that it has to stop. It just can't handle the query. It can't handle the consultation for that bit of data. So you need a lot of intermediate servers to do all that handling. But normally, if those break, everything else breaks. And I have been seeing that a lot on YouTube out of late. So that may have a lot to do with this. They are just not doing the stuff right.
Mm. And Geek Time, you posted up in the chat that Gary used the term view bots. It's
Something
kind
like
of
that.
funny.
View bots
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
No, it's kind of scary you'd say that because as you may or may not know out there in the channel, Ord's board recently got demonetized like last night.
They talked about
Fucking
it on
yes,
Friday Night Tights. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep. I think that's
and-
what led into that discussion, actually.
yeah, and yeah, according to him, it was like bots getting into the channel and looking at all his stuff, and so they took it all away because of the activity. So, I mean, I'm sure he'll get it back, but still, it's like.
And
he's
there's
a- he-
activity like mine. I have a pie hole between my network and the exterior, the
you call
internet
it?
proper. Pie hole is just, let's say, a DNS resolver that
Mhm.
impedes some web pages, especially trackers, to go. So let's say YouTube wants to see at what point of the video I am. Normally, it will send the consultation to the server relaying that information. But I block that connection, so they don't get that information. So my views are counted as bot views on some instances because they don't know that I'm actually watching the video. There's not feedback from me to tell them that.
Right. So you think people with VPNs and stuff like that, they think they're
Yeah, it may be triggering that. They might be having a lot of people with ad blockers and everything. Hey, Squeaka! They might have a lot of issues there. Because when you block the metadata tracking, you normally block the system from identifying what the hell is doing.
Gotcha.
Oh, and Squeaka, that's Tuesdays at 9 a.m. in the morning with me and Grim.
And
Oh,
you know, Pablo.
I think
don't
she
know.
meant tabletopless.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's on
I
a
know,
different channel.
A few months
Yes.
ago, Google was whining about that YouTube was, there's too many monetized channels now and blah, blah, blah. And, there's thought that they might actually increase, for anybody. I think we'll be grandfathered into what they have now, but they might actually change it again to make it even more difficult to monetize.
2,000 subscribers or 5,000
Yeah,
or
they're-
4,000. Yep.
Google
Yeah.
whining
Okay.
about money, right? Yeah.
This is the issue. They get a huge cut from that, but also the traffic and the data they have to relay is immense.
Oh, it is. And they're serving, they're holding, they're giving you a video platform for without asking
Yeah.
for anything.
On an stream, what is going on
Right.
is you are generating the video feed.
Yep.
They are getting it,
Right.
and then they have to distribute it to everybody, sending it through every single step through the intermediate servers and everything. They have to manage that, and they have to do the encoding, and they have to do the renderization of a lot on their side. And it's because how they have set up the system. When you upload a video, the video gets transformed because they have to get a raw archive of all the words that you have said to block you if you are saying something that they don't want. So
Mhm.
there's a full-on transcription software that is going on when you upload the video.
Yep.
Then they match it against any kind of copyright
Copyright.
infringement, and now they make it clear. Now, when you upload a video, they tell you it's being processed for this, because before it was only being processed, and there was sometimes when there's something that is in discussion for the AI that it may get stuck for a couple of minutes, maybe a half an hour, and you will see the video at 99% and still processing. No, that's they tell you we are checking for copyright and everything.
Yeah,
But
they do.
they have to do that, okay? And when it's on the fly, the artificial intelligence have to read everything that you are saying with a delay of max a minute. Normally is 20 seconds. That's the normal delay that you have between what you are talking and what your audience is receiving. On that time, the AI is transforming that into text and is checking that you are not saying anything that is wrong, or you are not playing anything that is wrong. That's why YouTube can tell you when you are playing a copyrighted song on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I've gone back through my managed video list, and it's funny what is popping up for copyrights and stuff now. So I'm either having to go back and trim it out, or just either delete stuff out completely.
Yeah. And every
re-upload it and new
certain
stuff.
time, they refresh the rules because artificial intelligence, as they call it, is only a set of ifs. If this is true, you do this. If this is false, you do this instead. Okay,
Mhm.
that's the logic that they use. That's the logic of this kind of artificial intelligence. If you find something that is related to this, you block. If not, you allow, but if it's in this range or doing this, you may proceed to trigger this warning or take this step. Okay, that is going on the fly. So that amount of energy, that amount of bandwidth, and that amount of technology is going on just for us to talk to someone through YouTube. And if you think about it, all the money that they are getting from super chats is an investment because this is not finished. They don't know how to properly control what people is saying on YouTube. So instead of that, what they are doing is researching on ways to better understand what's going on the videos for the artificial intelligence to understand what is seeing, what is doing, and the renderization times. And recently, they announced that they are changing how renderization works on their level, because right now they need to have a high quality file, a mid quality file, and a low quality file at least when you are not doing something 4K 60 frames per second that they really have to store. Okay, all that data is heavy. If instead of that you can render it from vectors like you will do with an Illustrator file, that you see the drawing, but what you have is sets of vectors. So instead of seeing the full pixelage, you are seeing an approach from coordinates on screen. Okay.
Yep.
If
Oh,
you
well, how
can
come you're not working at fucking NASA or something, dude? Jesus Christ, you're smart.
I'm a software developer, man.
Yeah, you are. Holy shit, man. That's scary.
Okay. So when you are doing that, the reality is this. You have to pull a lot of data through the bandwidth, and that's shit. But if you have a vectorized version of the video or a way to interpret the video from a raw data, you can make the low quality version or the high quality version from the same set. So you avoid having all these duplicates and you save a lot of space in servers. And also, each renderization will take less power if they do it right. And they have been trying to do that. But Google is investing tons of money on that. And that's when you see Mama Susan say that they are not earning money from YouTube, is because of that. Because they, first of all, they are trying to follow what governments are saying. They are trying to keep you quiet on the stuff that you are not supposed to say because they fear the governments. And they need to do it on the fly. That's a lot of work. A lot of work. And getting a system that can do that without human intervening on that process, that's really costly. So they are spending a lot on that. And Google is not getting money from it. The super chats are going directly for them to study how to shut us up. So we don't get super chats.
Damn, guys. Well, I will say this. If you're a YouTuber out there, any of us, it is to your benefit that before you post a video for, straight up submission, my recommendation is post it unlisted on YouTube first, because the AI will check your video and it'll let you know immediately if you have any kind of copyright violations and stuff, so you can fix it and clear it or do whatever you need to do in order to upload it without any problems.
Or you could be like me and stream for several hours while just blasting music and not really give a damn.
That's what we do. So.
Yeah, I don't think they can touch live streaming unless, of course, you post copyrighted shit into the video. As a matter of fact, I got copyright struck for episode 2 of this series because Gary posted clips from Bachelor Party, and of course they've it was longer than 7 seconds or 10 seconds, and they fucking flagged it. So
I actually got a stream archive taken down weeks after it went out because we were looking at a website in the Picard. It was playing an ad for Picard in the corner, and I didn't see it. There's no audio, but CBS flagged it.
CBS is terrible.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they should be paying me to promote Picard for them.
Yeah,
NBC Universal's pretty good too. They hit me for Battlestar content a lot.
Really?
Oh, man, I bet. I'm surprised they don't get you for the damn box that you show.
No, this is something that I have seen, and I have a theory on this. Okay, there's a lot of old videos from channels that are legacy channels, and I mean really legacy channels, 12 years plus,
Yeah.
that are being copyright struck or shit. What I believe, and this is something only on theory on my head,
Right.
maybe what they are doing now, since they are doing the rendering of the video, they are rechecking every time someone watch the video, so the artificial intelligence can track any issue. So basically, if you watch an old video, you may be triggering the downfall of that video only because the artificial intelligence is watching what you are watching and is deciding with a new set of rules. And I have seen this, so it's a theory. I'm not really sure, but it may be happening.
Well,
I
Paulie
believe
got hit last night. I was on his stream watching them do karaoke night, and one of the guests was singing, like a Prince song or a David Bowie song, and the stream went down for copyright. He got it back up pretty quickly. I don't know what he did.
It's 30 seconds.
Hey.
Yeah,
Because I've been with Nick. I've been with Nick the last 2 weeks, and he's gotten taken down 2 weeks in a row. So
Yeah.
My favorite one I got, right? I used to do this like morning news show on Mondays called "Fuck This Gay Earth," and I used the Universal. Oh, I haven't done it in months, but I used the Universal intro, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, with the planet and everything, and that kept getting claimed, not by Universal, but by a music label. One of their bands had used that as a sample in their song, and so they were claiming
Jesus
for that.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Luckily, the clip that I use for Progressive Park, it has almost no music, and I edit a lot of the sound, so I haven't got any issue on that. And is the Jurassic Park scene where the dinosaur goes and roars to the city on Jurassic World, change the roar with "It is Mom."
I love that. we comment about that every single week.
But
All right.
I haven't got issues with that. But I showed an anime intro for 20 seconds. I got a strike for that.
Dang.
yeah, it's 10 seconds or less if you want to beat the copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
5 these days.
yeah.
for-
Doctor
I've been
said
getting away
7
with
is safe.
10, but
I want to put together the intro for my Gundam show, and I don't think any of my clips are longer than 5 seconds at all for that, and I've been totally fine so far.
Nice.
Ooh, so far.
Okay, let's just hope some hero decides to go full on Batman with Mama Susan, so she gets a bit less angry all the time.
I think
There you go.
someone needs
Yeah,
needs to bite the bullet and just give her a good lay.
Take
I was
one
gonna
for
say, is
the
that what they
team.
call it
Somebody,
nowadays?
hey, we
Go
can
full on
send
Batman.
Matt her way. So.
Giving her the full Batman.
Full
I
Batman.
disassociate myself from these terrible sexist comments.
I am not associated with anyone on this channel.
I was
I'm
not even in this
associated
room.
with myself.
I was not even in this room when those comments were made. Literally, because we're all on internet.
And this is why
All
we
right.
lose. We don't stick together.
Well, it's like I don't want to go to jail with everybody else. But,
Thank you. And now for my next act.
Oh, speaking of that, VW and Wakedown just said, "Kill all men" on Twitter. So
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Great.
Thomas Gilkey just committed Sudoku too. So everybody's
Just trying
going
to
on.
commit Sudoku.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
committing Twitter Sudoku. So
I'm really thinking about doing something, but I don't know if I will.
Don't do it, Pablo. It's not worth it.
I already got one strike on that, and I called
Yeah.
Newson a retard. So
Don't. Guys, we're not telling anybody to post anything that
Yeah.
can get you fired,
Yeah,
banned, or whatever.
don't do
Don't
it.
do that.
So
Like-
Do not do
coincidentally
that.
enough,
If
I
you
didn't
want to do it, go ahead. But we're not telling you to do it. Yeah.
Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to
Yeah.
do a comic panel.
Guys,
All members die. Then it comes Elliot Page and everybody goes, "Yeah, can we say that now?"
Yeah, there you go. Brightest, I'm sorry, you were saying?
All right, thank you. Coincidentally enough, I didn't get removed from Twitter yet for what I quoted, but the guy I'm interviewing Sunday for my open forum stream did. So now I can't even promote him on Twitter.
Oh, that's
shit. That's bad.
Yeah, I have the Jinja Ninja.
Oh.
In chats, and I'm trying to get him out because his art is fantastic. And he's like, "Hey, we're on Twitter," and he tells me this morning via email, "Hey, I got nuked on Twitter." I'm like, "Well,
What,
how did my
nuke
Drumcast not
for
get nuked
good?
on Twitter?"
Or,
What did he
like,
do?
I don't know. I
Oh,
assume he
no,
did
it-
an All Men Must Die.
It's the Hollywood anti-ginger thing.
That's what it is. It's the anti-ginger thing.
Yeah.
Twitter's come for the gingers.
Oh no, Ironcaster, you better diet quick.
I was going to make an off-color joke about him being nuked from Twitter while he's in Japan, but I didn't want to kind of bridge that gap.
Yeah, that's some bad taste there, but funny. All right, guys.
We'll
Well,
do it a second time.
yeah.
Okay, this is what we need on Twitter.
third?
I will be sharing my screen there.
Do I want to see this? No,
Maybe.
Pablo. No, Pablo. No,
It's not winter.
what did he do? What did he do?
I've seen this. No. No, Pablo.
I
No.
put it on the private chat.
Pablo,
Put it-
yes.
Put it on the private jet, yeah, because
This is what we need. We need love, comprehension, and tenderness.
yes. Sorry about that. Yeah. No. I know what's gonna happen. I'll play it, and then I'll get a copyright strike on my video. Hey, you used this video from this other place. So I'm like, oh,
Damn
you know what? Screw them. But anyway, we're already past an hour anyway. I know Grim's got to go to bed, so we're gonna close up for the Week in Geek and just say, good night, all y'all out there. Have a great Saturday night. Have a great Sunday night. Try to be positive as best you can. We're trying. I know it's hard sometimes. It's really hard in the face of kind of what we're dealing with. But there are spots of hope here and there. Like I always say.
I can't give up hope, Lancelot. That's all I have.
And copyright strike.
And copyright strike.
Right?
Good night, everybody.
Well played, Pablo.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good.
Oh, I almost forgot. You guys need to pimp your channels. I'm so sorry. I would have been so bad. Yeah, Six is screaming at me. God damn it! Let them pimp their channels. I just see the veins standing out on her neck from it.
Flag on the play on that one.
Yeah, flag on the play. My apologies, guys. Hang on. Hold on.
That's
Don't everybody run off just yet. We got 17 people watching now. So look,
That's
it's
a
funny.
red card.
We're towards the end of the video, and we get more people watching than we're at the beginning. So, Pablo, pimp your channel.
My channel is called Geek Tropology, where I make fun of a lot of crazy stuff. I was about to do a video on a chocolate that I thought it was done in Ecuador. It ended up being made in Spain, so no joke there.
Oh.
But other than that, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with my channel. So hey, what can you lose?
There you go.
That mi message español.
And
Hey, it's that guy.
Ironcaster.
I, of course, am Ironcaster. I sometimes talk about big robots on my channel. You can find me on Monday nights on my over my stream with Brightest Day, talking about the original 1979 anime Mobile Suit Gundam in a show called the Mobile Suit Roundtable. On Tuesdays, you can sometimes find me over with 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, talk about some movies. Thursdays, you can find me over on Clobbering Times for the Global Geek Gang. And on Fridays, you can sometimes find me with Father Christopher Miller, back with Nick Weiser. And apparently this week, I will be on with Foulball Productions for the Cocktail Lounge.
Ooh, cool.
Nice.
All right. And Jedster.
Yeah. Starting on Thursday. Yeah. dude, this is gonna be a bit. Starting on Thursday, co-hosting with Mike with the Global Geek Gang. On Friday, yeah, this one's fun. I'm on Pop Culture Minefield Fridays with everybody there along, and if that one ends early, I go over to follow Christopher. And then after Friday Night Tights, if Nick does his comic book show, I'm there. If Nick doesn't, I immediately go over to Foul Ball. On Saturday, it's Pablo, and then here, and then on Sundays it's our big day. So, and I'm
Okay.
sometimes over at Nick's on Tuesdays too. So,
all right. And Brightest.
Hey everybody, I'm Brightest Day. I have a really busy schedule coming up the next week, and then the week after I'm not doing jack. So Sunday, as I talked about before, I'm doing another open forum stream trying to promote the Ginger Ninja and his channel. I'm trying to get his art out there because I love it. Monday or Tuesday, depending on when we do it. As for the third time we've plugged, I will be on Ironcaster's Mobile Suit Gundam Roundtable. Whatever day I don't do that, I will continue my second of 10 streams where I'm reading the novelization of the Battlestar Galactica miniseries, which is just something I decided to start doing. And then I will be doing a Gundam build stream again Tuesday night. I will do a random retro gaming stream at some point. And Thursday, I will be on Supreme Heretics channel for the Pegasus Actual podcast, where I'll be reading the script for the episode.
Nice.
Right. And Geek Time Geek.
Oh, geez, why am I big? Geek Time TV, we do a stream on Tuesday nights where we cultivate and curate all of the headlines we can from the week, and it's a lot of them. And we distill it down into bite-sized morsels and rip through them in a couple hours. And we usually bring on a couple of YouTubers as guests. I have a kind of a permanent crew, so we can only bring 1 or 2 people a week as guests. A T-shirt you've been on.
I need to come in again.
Yeah, you do, and it's tough because I got to try to get. It's hard when I can only have like 1 or 2 people a week because it fills up, but because we have the regular crew. But that's Tuesdays. I also will just put up videos randomly from time to time if something I see, sparks some kind of need to vent or what have you. And I'm also doing a series of reviews for Superman and Lois that I'm behind on, but that's because I'm spending a lot of time on them. So. Yeah, but much like Pablo, it's kind of make it up as we go along. So there, take that.
I do that too.
And Mr. Grimm.
Like how you left me till last because I need to go to bed.
I apologize.
My main channel is Postmortem Video. Apparently, I have to start streaming my news show again, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's Grim Streams, both on YouTube. The rest of my stuff you can find at post-mort.com.
All right. Love you, man. And yeah, there's me, the T-shirted historian. Yeah, obviously I do Saturdays at 6 p.m. I may start doing them a little bit earlier because poor Grimm is getting run through the ringer, and I want to be considerate of him. So yeah, I may switch to 4 p.m. Central. Give you a couple of hours extra there.
Well, I can always just leave early if I'm too knackered. So don't put yourself out on my account.
All right. Well, we'll take it into consideration. I mean, it was originally that Gary who put us up at 6 p.m. and I haven't seen Gary the last few weeks, so he's been busy. I mean, real life is being what it is. But yeah, Tuesday mornings, Grimm and I get up early for Grimm, and we do Dungeons and Discussions. I almost couldn't remember the name of my own show, where we discuss tabletop RPGs. We try not to get onto big bitch fests about them. It can be a little bit, but
sometimes it is. Sometimes we make an effort to be positive.
We do try, and as a matter of fact, this Tuesday is supposed to be our positivity stream. So
yeah, remember, if you can't be positive, wasp positive.
There you go. You know what I like best about Dungeons and Dragons, Grimm? Is that all the elves are so pretty.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to go, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is. And special thing coming up this week at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I believe that's right. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is the Conan retrospective, the Conan Robert E. Howard retrospective I have going with Andre from Midnight's Edge. That should be really, really good. At least I'm hoping so, because I'm super pumped about it.
But
anyway.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
Very cool.
All right. So, once again, good night, everyone. We're try this again.
Take two.
Take two.
Let's take it from the